name is Frances Lisa Obunaya, but of course, people call me Tabitha, and I love it. So, and I welcome you to Sincerely Speaking, the podcast. You can actually follow me on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sincerely Speaking Now, the podcast. Follow us on social media at Sincerely Speaking Now, the podcast. Now, Sincerely Speaking, people have been asking me, Tabitha, is there really 24 hours light in our bar? And then again, people had come to me and said, Tabitha, see what they make Offor do again, oh. Go save about people make Offor. I'm like, now, before I answer the question of, is there really 24 hours light in our bar? Let me tell you why Emeka Offor is your song hero in the whole geometric revolution that is about to take place. Emeka Offor is a typical businessman, just like me, just like you, just like every one of us. Just like Professor Barth and Nnaji too, because he's doing his business. He didn't set up geometric for charity. Somebody invested in EEDC, right? Another had invested in geometric as far as 2004. Then the federal government wanted to privatize and sold a zone, like ceded a zone to a particular investor, which includes that of the man, And all these things are issues. They are business relationships that are subject to legal interpretations. Now, and everybody knows that Aba is like it's not like one of the biggest commercial cities of the southeast. They were in court. They said they went to court. Emeka Offor could just insist on legal processes. Do you know why? Is it that Emeka Offor is not rich enough to sponsor a long-term legal battle? The answer. But then, being a man who is also passionate about anything Igbo, being a man who his own philanthropism is not Obro audio, Obro Ifan and men of social media, is long that had surpassed decades. So more or less in as much as the thing is business for him, it's also more like public service, giving back to the people. So then he thought, okay, we could talk it out. I mustn't go to court with other issues. When the federal government, they tried to. He sat down and they talked. He said, okay, I accede it to you. Let me go with the other one. That's with some conditions, right? Now, he could have insisted on legal interpretation. And this is Nigeria. He could have and if he had insisted on that, this thing could go as long as 20 years. And then we're Barocco. But then this gentleman, he acted gentlemanly. And I think Ndigbo should thank him. Genuinely. Devoid, because I don't know why people were not seeing that perspective. He could have just insisted on going to court. Then they sat down and they resolved it. So I think he's one of the unsung heroes, if not the unsung hero in this geometric issue. Because that's just it. That's just it. Then going back to if Aba actually has 24-hour supply. I don't live in Aba. I hope to visit Aba over this issue. But for me, I must tell you that geometric is a success, a successful revolution in progress. That's what I know and I think and I know about it. But if you live in Aba, tell us if you have 24-hour supply. Tell us how geometric has started working, how it's been faring in your area, beyond the viral video we saw. I'll come back next week when I give you with an actual report of what happened in Aba. Thank you guys for being part of my show. See you some other time. Subscribe, share.